Devastation throughout this game, and whether it be Mo's performance with whatever scoped weapon he can get his hands on, be a scout, be an op, it didn't seem to matter, or the fact that Cloud9 had a good half, they had their hopes high, and then it all fell apart. Bearing in mind, this looks like a similar scene to what happened with them against Fnatic. Yeah. They again had good halves, they built up good leads, and then it all seemed to fall away. That is maybe the curse of Cloud9 in a sense. I thought Lerpus pointing out on Twitter as well, and when, you know, Lerpus is pointing out all the stats, and it's so hard to be in a position like that where you just constantly, you need that last like 10%, 15%, and you just can't get it to work, but sometimes it's just not working out. But now, we're getting to a scene, we're getting into a position where it's gonna work out, surely, because you know, Cash right now. Cash is the home turf of Cloud9, and this is next map, and then Overpass coming as a potential third. But if we look at the percentages, we see that Cloud9, they have around a 75% win rate on this map. For Gambit, it's around 35 to 40, I think. Very different scenes. Yeah. So surely Cloud9 should be able to grab this one. You'd imagine. Something would have to go, you know, it's the tipping of the balance, right? For Cloud9 to win it, everything should just go as normal. For Gambit to win it, not only do they need everything to go right, but a lot of things to go wrong for Cloud9 as well. Yeah, definitely. But now we are a few minutes from heading into this game here. We're going to see who's going to come out on top. Of course, Gambit, they can make their way straight into this game. They can get that 2-0 win right now, but they need to be aware of what Cloud9 can hit at them. And I'm pretty sure that looking to prepare for a game against Cloud9, you'll be looking at Cash. You know you're going to get that map probably. So you're going to look at the situation, okay, what are they doing on the C side? How do we counter that? How do we set up our executes to counter what they're doing? So I'm pretty sure that, especially also the coach here in the picture right now, gets a monster in. Of course, being ready, he knows exactly what Cloud9 can throw at them and how they can prepare for them, how they can counter. Yeah, there's no better way than describing this. Just go on Gambit's HLTV stats page and then look at their Cash win percent against any other map. Ignore Mirage. But, you know, any other map. It's not a pretty picture for Gambit. It's the one map they just don't seem to really have beside them, you know, amongst the ones that they actually play. So for them to win this, you know, as said, the win conditions are going to be very skewed if it happens that way. But for Cloud9, they should grind this out, and they need to as well. Confidence sake alone, if things start going wrong for them at the very start, they start losing out on these streaks, you've got to feel bad about it. You start, you know, getting in your own head. So got to focus up here. Yeah, here we go. Actually, I was giving them maybe a tad too much credit. 3 wins, 8 losses for this current lineup with Gambit on this map, so this is not looking good for them. Hopefully they can bring it in. We are now live in the pistol round, and Gambit are trying to go for some sneaky plays here. Split towards A, and Stewie is ready. Look, this is called the Henry G, all right? It's gone about as well as when Henry G does it, though. That's a beautifully crisp shot. Everyone just goes out of squeak. Normally you have like a smoke or something from the guy in main, and you just kind of set up your way, just play to the bomb site, bring those Glocks in towards bearing sort of distance where you can really land the shots, but Automatic being the doorkeeper here, just keeping Dozier out. And Automatic again, still just over by Forklift, taking his time on this one, falling back away, but they've already lost map control. Shroud's pushed up. Nicely done, it's all encompassing here. Yeah. Shroud is just going to be locking them down here together with Nothing. Suze has a bit of a tumble there, gets 1, and now Nothing can guard it. Mo all alone. He's the man with the Tech 9 and the armor, the raid boss as we call him, but he's not going to be able to raid anything in Stewie 2K with the 2K here. And that opening jump to spot A main, and then with the quick team, or the assistant flash, and then in with the crisp headshot, that was perfect. Not a bad way to start things off. There it is. There it is. Fully, well, I don't know if he was fully flashed, but you know, he had the animation of being flashed anyway, so certainly sealed the deal. And well done to Stewie in the end, closing that one out. We're going to have the Tech 9s, the Eagles, you know, everything, rinse and repeat for Gambit. You know what happens when they lose a pistol. Straight onto this for the purchase. Shroud's going to push up towards B. He does have support there as well, so he's not alone doing this, so that's fine. You can happily set a nice little crossfire up, wait to see if anyone does decide to come through. It's a matter of keeping these rounds clean. That, again, it's so imperative for the C2 side to build up funds on this, keep the money rolling, and that's not a good start. Adren and Dozier both finding frags here. That's actually very problematic. Now, Nothing has to fall away. He has to be careful because he can be overwhelmed quickly. They want to make a quick hit, bring, again, those pistols right into the action, and Dozier does it. right around with the Deagle. And now Adren needs to deliver one, and he does. It's Dozier. No, it was him finding the kill as well. This guy with the Deagle is an animal. And Skadoodle now has to try and tame him. Works his way in, but Dozier will not back down. 4 kills, and the Deagle rings true. And heartbreak for Cloud9. That's a round you shouldn't be losing.
And that's a big problem when you play those two players on the B side. I actually liked what they did initially, is that one player peeks from main and you got the other one sitting behind the box. But when Dozier comes in with the pistols and you don't have anyone in CT spotting, then you can just hide in that corner as a CT and just say, well, 2 pistols coming at me, nothing, he's just sitting there. What can you do? Nothing, because he has no backup. The pistols can come in close range, take him up. Of course, it always helps that you're constantly shooting headshots like Dozier is, but still, that was a perfectly played pistol force-up from Gambit. I love that.
Very well done. As I said, if all the individuals really fire for Gambit, it's a bit of a scary game for Cloud9 about to come through, but still, middle control has been exerted. Gambit do have that one under wraps. Where are they going to take it? Vents get tended with. The bombs. Is the bomb in Vents right now? Or are you just outside of it?
Yeah.
Dozier? Alright. No highway control and no real step towards B. He just sat there with the bomb in Vents. Like, you got to be feeling it if you're even considering this. Like, it's kind of a scary way to play. But then again, Adren and Mo are both super low, so we can't exactly drop it out to them with any real success either.
Has to take a few risks here. Stewie just holding close ranges. If they're going to come up mid and try to get that shot control, not happening right now. Not happy with taking Vent and then working from there. Smoke is behind him right now. That might give him a chance for the peak.
Does get one. Now nothing needs to at least follow suit with another delivery. And that is signed, sealed, and delivered. Dozier's head rolls. That's a little bit of revenge from the last round. And actually, Gambit is starting to dwindle in numbers and HP. Zeus down to 46. Mo still on 8 HP. And the clock's going to start becoming a factor. They've got 30 seconds, and they've got to hit this side right about now. They committed with the bomb in towards Checkers. And a decent crossfire between the two, playing off each other well. But Stewie just barrels in towards the site. But I wonder, no, they're still going to go for this. I wonder if Zeus jumps up, drops the bomb off, and they go towards A. Really good idea, actually, overall. And that bomb can go get planted. Zeus is still winning out anyway.
Keeping that fake alive, and it's not until now that Shroud knows that he has to rotate. And he's on the rotate as quick as he can. And he's on 100 HP. Mo's only on 8. So he can just keep that pistol in hand and go for the duel. But let's see how Mo's going to play this one out. Very, very smart player. 2 grenades in hand. What can he do?
So Mo right now is holding a very passive angle. He's literally holding the push. He's heard the steps, possibly. Now he's just kind of getting, you get that little bit of worry in it. Left, right, where's he going to come from? Mo's checking left, he's looking right now. Shroud is going to take the fight, and that's what you want to see. Shroud comes in with a CZ and a well-played out round in the end, but very, very close stuff. Down to 1 player and a crazy quick rotate.
Very nice from Shroud, just checking every single angle, just coming in and then winning that aim duel. And as you said, when you hold that quad position, he's always so afraid because you know he's on the site, but he can come 2 positions. He can come either right or left. And at that point, when he knows you're at quad, he's not going to make any sound. So you're going to have to gamble on what direction he's going to come from. But very nice round there from Shroud. Gets that 2K and the clutch in the end. So he's going to be happy.
Well, not that happy.
Well, this is
as happy as you can get. Yeah, that's true. Who did a video on that? It was like, this is Shroud when he's happy, and this is Shroud when he's not happy. It's a great video. Find it.
Yeah. It's on Reddit somewhere, sure.
Exactly. You'll get there. Shroud, Reddit, it's very easy. Very, very easy to find. Let's click towards the top. Anyway, buy round comes in. Maybe not perfect for Gambit, but they do have firepower. A Glil with Dozier, a Deagle with Adren, and Zeus already with a kill. That's good beginning here. A nice foray into this round as they do start to try and exude that mid-control again. Really push quite hard for this one, and the Shadow gives away the game, and so do the footsteps. Out aside, though, Stewie biting back towards middle, right out in the open. That's aggression. That is powerful play. Bring down to this 3v3, but still, the bomb's got a great step towards A. No one's actually in A right now for Cloud9.
It's the opening for Gambit. So they get this side completely for free. At least 2 players into post-plant positions without anything done. Stewie is coming in here from CT. He has some kind of idea because these 2 teammates just called it not B. Okay, it's only 1 place it can be then. 3v3 retake, a nade, and a molly, and nothing on the terrace. But Adren's position is key here.
Oh, the molly's great as well. That comes through. Hobbit plays it well. The boost. And again, gets overwhelmed though. Nothing very quick on this. 1 kit on Shroud, so he's going to be imperative to staying in this one. Dozier trying to keep containing 2 players here, but they're going to be quickly encroaching towards him. Fights. Oh, Dozier! That is a big, big round from him at the very end. Control, to say the least, and a smile from the god himself.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Adren, he keeps that very, very far away position for such a long time. He's actually trusting his teammates to just play defensively on the side, and then when he's needed, he rotates into short and actually try to bait out for Dozy, who in the end lands 2 beautiful headshots. But really, really nice play once again. Gambit just playing good CS right now. This is a pistol coming out of Cloud9. Zeus knows this, has the Mac 10. Only a couple flashbangs for Cloud9 and then some pistols to hold this off.
I guess if you're Cloud9 as well, like, what research can you do on Gambit on cash? Like, if Gambit don't know what they're doing, you won't know what they're doing. But yeah, it's a tough situation for Gambit coming into this, but already showing some very nice, diligent play. They may not have the complete depth that you might see Cloud9 be able to go to or feel comfortable going to, but they certainly have the individuals doing perfectly fine so far. Orbit, gonna find nothing. A light investment here and there from Cloud9, a bit of armor, some pistols. But thus far, really, Gambit don't seem too far. Oh,
that is
my
so
God. Although Stewie didn't react, just like, great, this is my life now. Cool. Been here for like a minute, and that's when you push.
Yeah. Every CS player has experience.
Yeah, it's literally hell.
There we go. Shroud. Not trying to save, that's for sure. Picks up the AK, goes for the duel instead, gets completely shut down. 3K. Coming in from one of the Gambit boys there. Nothing focused right now, and that's what the entire Cloud9 lineup needs to be, in focus. They need to not grab this one, but the next buy round that comes around. This is cash, this is their home turf, and they need to bank on it. Only pistols though, so don't expect too much out of this for Cloud9.
No, it should be a walk in the park for Gambit. As long as they kind of, you know, cross the T's, dot the I's.
Oh, okay.
Or do that. Fair enough. All right, Shroud. Cool. Look at Adren and Zeus. They're both actually pretty tagged in this. I'm getting a little, not worried. I think worried's a strong word, but Stu's in a great spot as well. Just comes charging out, but Mo's got Zeus's back here in this situation. Smoke again goes in for the cross, and Mo now exuding confidence. There's nothing with just the Big Mac Daddy to try and get it done. That's a kill though. Any more to follow is awesome. Don't know how much he's gonna get done. No armor, so we can't really... Ooh, that's a nice connection. And there's the final nail to the coffin of that round. But a lot of damage done, considering what they had.
3 frags from a bare pistol, and that is really, really nice coming out from Cloud9 there. And this will also get them into... Let's just enjoy this for a second. Hello, Reddit. How are you doing?
I was Mo who did the Shroud impressions. Thank you for whoever links me that. I do appreciate it. It was like instantly, like anyone that's just like Shroud and Reddit, everyone's like, I've got my bookmarks ready for you, do not fear. Now they come. Anyway, into this, we finally see a good buy for Cloud9 as well. Feels like it was a little bit of a while, you know, the double ecos and just kind of the very light investments of pistols kind of sucks. So, Dren get a molly out towards vent. Maybe assist in that mid control. This we're going to be trying to build later down the line. Force the back a touch. Smoke's still in play. It's going to force Stewie to have to respond eventually. Keeps control of that smoke. It looks like a bit more of an A hit thus far. Got the smoke coming in. The closest smokes allowed Dozier to get through the door and find maybe a route that he can start taking, as Mo already found the kill. And that is perfect. Beautiful mentality from Dozier.
That was really, really good from him. And now it stopped in his track because Automatic is now on the bomb side. Flash is still winning in from the terrorist, and he's in a perfect position. Hasn't been spotted out yet. Trades one for the 1-0. Zeus coming in with 1, and now 2v3. 2 CTs remain, and they have to play the retake or save.
But on the close ball, that's a tag, really? How is that a tag? I won't ask the question now, I'll ask it later, because it's down to just nothing now in the 1v2. Bomb is planted, and he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Take your pick, nothing. You got Hobbit to the right, and you got Zeus behind you. How much more can you do in this? Walks in,
He's allowed to cross.
That's more impressive than anything, but that might give him a wrong display here. And oh, Zeus, so well played, good positioning, calm, cool, and very collected. Barely breaking a sweat at this point.
Really nice round. Once again, Gambit. And they're looking quite fine here on the map with the Cloud9. A lot better than I and probably the desk as well would have imagined they could look here. So kudos to Gambit there. Seems like they're stepping up their game after not so good first day here at DreamHack Summer.
You've got to feel as well for Cloud9, you know, you've got to start putting up numbers, and it puts pressure on you as well. As a team, they should be able to deal with that, though. It's not like they're new to this. It's not like any of that sits with them, that you don't get away with those excuses, but I want to see a good game from them. Yeah. I always get excited when you see a couple of players trying to have a really good game, and you start to believe that, oh, maybe this could be the one where you see them go well. I don't know what it is about Cloud9, but you always want to see them just have a, you know, very competitive matchup. But Gambit are the lovable rogues at this point, aren't they? Coming into a map like Cash, and they're already up 5-2 against Cloud9, arguably one of the best maps that sits beside Cloud9. And my word, Automatic! Alright, I'm going to send a postcard about that one. 2 beautiful kills, and Stewie and Skadoodle. Can you replicate any of that? You got Deagles galore. That's the movement there. Doesn't quite get anything from it. Adren's just like, alright, well, these guys, well, they can foon around the map. And they can shoot too. The Deagles are coming through.
2v2 now. Deagle retake incoming. If I was them, I was probably just gonna grab some AKs and rotate away, but I'm probably a bit more of a conservative player than Stewie.
They just believe.
Skadoodle. They believe.
They're believers.
In themselves.
That positive mental attitude, and you just win constantly. That's how it works, right? He didn't believe enough. Yep. That's why he's tagged down at 3 HP. But let's see if Stewie's got a little bit more faith. There's 1 kill, but again, there's no time on this defuse. But he's made it costly. He's got a gun. He's not going to keep it, but you know. Stewie, look at him out in the air.
Didn't believe enough.
Didn't, exactly. That's how it works.
But yeah, actually a really nice round nonetheless. They come out with some Deagles and they still get a bunch of kills forced into a 1v1 in the end. That's very hard to win, and look at that. Look at this beauty for a second. Whoa.
There's something nice about a Deagle shot, you know what I mean? Like,
I missed that for so long in the beginning of CSGO. Especially when coming from Source where the Deagle was just a guard, literally.
Do you remember that frag move? It was like by Bieber or something. It's a great Deagle frag move from Source. If you guys know, it's like perfectly synced up to the Deagle sound.
Yeah.
I started seeing that coming back through in CSGO. I'm just like, yes, this is what I need. All right, Skadoodle, AWP time, sitting up in quad. There's a double AWP on both, no, excuse me, only on one side here. So Stewie's got one as well. He's already showing him how, oh, Mo! Just slaps it out on the desk. Skadoodle down, A's looking vulnerable. A quick play as well. Automatic has to dive in here and go head first, and it doesn't go well. Fully blinded, and it still works for Gambit.
This has to be a heartbreaking round for Cloud9 because they're just getting wrecked by all these, like, Mo coming in with the first pick, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
that fully flashed kill coming in as well, and then now Mo jumping up and getting a kill as well with the AWP, and you're just thinking, like, how can we battle this? Yeah, this is our map, and we're getting wrecked.
It literally, as well as most of you, just sat there like, well, what am I meant to do about this? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, also because it's still the same problem as they had on train, which is Skadoodle is not showing up, and I'm kind of against just bashing on a player, but it's pretty obvious at this point, especially because Mo, as the AWP on the other team, is just going off.
To be fair, Mo's been a player who's, you know, I was actually a big advocate for him when he was kind of just started to break out during the Pro League. Like when he first came into it, he had a big kind of like swing up in performance, and it was like you saw the potential, especially on, it was Overpass when he really got his debut into like having these huge rounds. And I was a massive fan of this guy. And then he kind of like dropped off a little bit, became just, you know, that normal kind of like consistent-ish AWP. He was never, you know, the highlight of the team, but so far this DreamHack for him, this DreamHack Open has been phenomenal. He's really starting to find a little bit of something to him. And no one's really been able to challenge him yet or go, you know, truly toe-to-toe. We haven't really seen that much of a fight back from Skadoodle. Wanted to see if maybe Stewie starts feeling him more if they get a double AWP back out, but it's at 7-2 here.
There's a hard one. Mo looking for even more. Thought process, and Dren steals it away. Skadoodle actually close to finding someone here in door, but will not do it. 36 HP remaining on him. And Gambit just playing slow, taking mid control, sending one guy up towards short, just waiting back, seeing if they can get some openings, and then in 20-30 seconds they're gonna, well, actually now they're grouping up because they got their opening from Hobbit and just take site. It's just pretty much textbook how to play Cash here coming out of Gambit. Just take them mid control, use that to win the round, and they do so. Another one comes onto the board, 8-2 right now. And we have to reiterate, this is the map choice of Cloud9. They are behind, they lost the first map. If they lose this as well, that's it.
Just please do me a favor, guys. If you've just tuned in and you missed the start of the show, just go on the HLTV page for the stats of Gambit, and then just look at Cash in comparison to every other map. And then look at Cloud9. Like, literally, just do what we do as our job. Look at the stats and then just sit there going, something's wrong here, because 8-2 is not what this scoreline should be. And they're starting to feel confident. You can see this quick play through mid. They're actually taking these fights, even though there's a decent vibe against them. And oh god, Automatic just gets swept aside. Under the rug almost. And oh my word, the follow-up's even better. Shroud. Not even a chance, not even a glimpse. And the glimmer of hope, Skadoodle, extinguished. Nope. 8 HP, nothing to be done.
And it's becoming increasingly harder and harder to create an argument of how Cloud9 should come back into this game right now. Because in the beginning rounds of this map, you're kind of thinking, okay, they can afford to lose a couple of rounds and they come back into the game, but the last 3 rounds I haven't really seen much from Cloud9 that allows me to create that argument. Nothing is, again, playing well individually, but that doesn't really matter when the rest of the team is not to snuff.
This is the thing that I love about Gambit, though, is like the first day we saw them, they were still kind of a little shaky, a little, you know, a couple of things not in the right place. Today, you're already starting to see it coming back.
Yeah.
That kind of like fluidity you see with the team, like especially on T sides when they just start to take these brilliant fights together, you know, facing the right time, always, you know, trading effectively. And I love the pace they just came in with that round. They knew that Cloud9 were a big buy, just went straight through, really. You know, that gets in your head as well. That's a real mental thing. If someone's just going quick and you're just kind of screwed, you didn't even have time to use your utility or put it down or put it into play, you just get screwed over and you start getting more and more frustrated. You just get less and less options.
Yeah. That can really tilt you. That is one of the biggest factors. And that also, Shroud. You know, hiding behind that box and you just get that Molotov thrown at you and you just think, okay, well, this is the done round for me. Stewie gets completely flashed and Skadoodle actually got something done here. He actually got the fuck out of Doja with the pistol, so really nice of him winning that duel. That's very low % chance winning with a pistol against a fully bought up AK. Makes that work. Doja is now removed, but it's still 3v4 and Stewie is on 2 HP. Dren now taking out nothing.
Automatic. We saw the deagle work earlier. It's pretty good. But pretty good doesn't quite cut it yet. Guess what? And at this point, as much as, you know, getting kills is good with pistols, you're at 92, you need rounds.
Yeah.
So even though, yeah, oh, it looks great, gets a deagle kill. Doesn't really equate to much at this point. A safe gun for Stu would be good. Can't get near it. And yeah, this is... It's just kind of hard to watch because it feels like a very flat Cloud9.
Yeah.
And very deflated.
Trying to find the positives of what they're doing, but when the positives is a single kill or maybe 2 kills in this kind of round, that's actually a nice positive. But still, it's like a needle in a haystack right now for Cloud9.
They need the last rounds, you know. Everyone, when you play your games at home, you're standing there playing matchmaking, you know, your FACEIT, your ECA, whatever you play, whenever you do this, and it gets to 10-2, you're like, all right, just get the last round, it'll be fine. 10-5 half is fine, we can work with that. Cloud9 desperately need this, they really do. So, again, I don't think the Gambit's cash game is phenomenal. I really don't. I don't think we've seen anything, you know, next gen or going to change the world of cash CS, but they need the last rounds to give them a chance. Skadoodle holding a nice little angle. That smoke works well, and he misses. Falls back and has to go again at this. There's 4 players essentially tendering towards A right now. The 4th or 5th man coming over will be Hobbit eventually. He's just going to play it slow so he can catch the back flank. And someone who's not playing it slow as a Dren, straight out, confident, finds nothing. Skadoodle, you need to do something here. Stop this site just being completely ravaged by Gambit. Automatic's doing good, but a Dren again strikes so quickly. And the bomb's still down, though. Not actually planted yet. Stewie's found a position, too. And they're finally starting to come alive, but Mo is still there, and we know what happens with this guy.
Mo and Hobbit alive now. Bomb is still dropped on the site. CTs, what can they do here? They're trying to take that fight on the side as well. Is Skadoodle, and that's his 2nd kill of the round. Looking for a 3rd, and this is finally working out for them. There's a hold. And he gets it. Nice from Skadoodle, finally stepping up.
Yeah, it's a round. They keep both of the orbs up as well. They keep, they do what they need to, right? This is keeping things together. You're hoping at this point.
This round they did believe, and then they got it, Lauren.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
Works, you know, just shout motivating things at each other. It's all you need. But here we go. Look at those rounds. They're so sporadic. You got the first 2 through the pistol rounds, essentially a bit of a turn of events. And Stewie this time going to find the angle with the orb. Oh god, that flash! Oh no! Hobbit's caught 3 out, completely unawares. The 3rd as well to follow. Nothing. Oh god, it's devastating for Cloud9. They get a glimpse of hope. They get this window of opportunity, and they're just going to get hard reset. Skadoodle misses the shot, and Hobbit, you're an animal.
That was insane, and that's what you need to do. Like, you need to use your flashes. You need to bank on your opponent when they're trying to do something that you can punish, and then you need to be on point with your aim. And those 3 things, just that's Hobbit in that round.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice pop-up.
Now, Hobbit's, I'm a huge fan of Hobbit as well. He doesn't necessarily play like the most flashy CS on occasion, but he's just super good at what he does, right? It's one of those, it's quite enjoyable to watch. The Dren, when it's working, right? You spray through 3 smokes, you get a kill. All right, this is a game for me. This is okay. I'm doing okay here. 11-3 on the half, though. What's not going okay is Cloud9 CT half. This is actually pretty devastating. It's actually a real shame to see it somewhat going down like this. It's such a lead that even if Gambit don't have the best CT side, you've got to feel that they can grind out enough rounds to at least get very close to closing this through. And I don't know what Cloud9 can bring on their T side, but they've got to somehow wake up.
Let's see here, Hobbit has been the star so far. It's about to do battle with Stewie 2K. As Gambit will take it over this A bomb side, and Stewie's still hiding in the door, but will be taken out by Hobbit when he looks away. And that just has to remove your hope completely in that situation. Now trying to retake pistols in a UMP-45, and Mo just getting stuff done. Stu's taking one more out, and nothing will be eliminated as well. 12-3 half. Could have been 13-2. Could have been even worse. And that's that's the insane part. Like, getting that sick of a first half on Cloud9's map point. Cloud9 know that they have to bring it back now, or they're out of the tournament because they lost that first half.
Yeah, and I don't often think teams of this caliber feel that kind of mental strain that maybe slightly lesser teams do, but you've got to feel here at this point. That first game has really taken the wind out of Cloud9 because this is a map they should be doing far better on. They looked very, very diligent on the first map, and now map 2, you can see the stress, you can see the strain really starting to kick in. 3 rounds is tough, considering what 2 of them were basically pistol rounds, or forcing up and kind of like turning things around in very early kind of back and forth. So yeah, this gets a little bit trickier to handle coming into the second half. They need flawless approach. They need everything in the right place, and somehow at the moment nothing is.
And this is what we're talking about, ending the first map. Like, could they reset themselves and come back from a very, very close game? And they haven't succeeded so far. Zeus is happy. Of course he's happy. Like, why wouldn't he be?
So a nice holiday. He's come back. He's like, yeah, we never went on a break. 12 rounds against Cloud9 on cash. Yeah, that's all right.
I'm looking at Hobby's scoreboard, and I don't believe he went on a break. He's 17-8 right now.
Guys, considering he had a very slow start as well for Train, he was not doing brilliantly on Train either. So he obviously ended pretty fine, but at the very start, he was, not exactly the best beginning, but really recovering.
He's getting back into it.
All right, Cloud9, show us what you can do. Show us why this is a map that all of us believed you were going to pick up here. Pretty much all of the desk essentially said, when it comes down to cash, this should be Cloud9's. Lovely smoke approach. I think this is the one that goes down where Dozier is, and it's just so nicely formed. But Dozier doesn't really seem to care, so he's just going to tank it out. I think the smoke actually went a little too deep at that point, but it still worked out well. Automatics found Hobbit. Mo fights his way back in with a quick frag, but the bomb yet to go down, it should be fine now. So the arch bomb positions now become imperative.
Let's see. Let's get a little. He is going for the long flank. Oh, no, he's just holding it. That means Shroud and Automatic is holding it here on the side, and that's just working out perfectly. Mo's the only one to get a frag this round for Gambit, and maybe he's going to get one more, but definitely not going to get the round here. That means Cloud9 get a much-needed pistol.
That would be a sigh of relief at this point. Just that. All right, round by round, let's do this. Let's go. It's first round on the board, second half. I do want to look at the gun rounds more than anything. Obviously, that's where things really kick off. But if you're a Cloud9 fan, you're banking on that round. So 4 alive is always good.
You need every single round from now on, but not technically, but
close enough.
Yeah.
All right, off we go. Cloud9. The first strike in the right direction. The thing is, you look at that Gambit roster, everyone's delivering pretty well. Like, no one's having a quiet game. No one's like, just shying away or not having to do much. They're all there. Like, everyone's just fine.
And that's the strength of Gambit, in my opinion, that every single player on that team can step up individually and have a top-ranking game. And not a lot of teams can say that. No,
absolutely. Now, I'm wondering if Gambit's, just general good CT side approaches can actually transfer to a map they don't really play as much. Stewie's going to tear them apart at B, just kind of trailblaze that avenue of attack. And Dozier praying the Deagle connects, but nothing does. Nothing actually. He was tagged a little lower, but it doesn't really matter as they do power their way through. The armor, the rifles, it's all there. The Duran just getting spammed away at. Tries to make his way through. Not to be seen. Cloud9 continue.
Yeah, it took a while to kill Dozier there, but that is the only negative point of that round, and they'll take that right now, Cloud9. Can Gambit pull out of the bag right now? It's not going to be much. It's just going to be the usual pistols as they are buying up in the next round. Right now, it's not looking like they're saving up for an AWP for Mo because he's still on $2,000 and Hobbit is on 2.2, but it's not going to be enough to buy an AWP in the next round. So we're going to see an AWPless CT side coming out of Gambit. Nice opening. Mo just straight walking out in the spray of Stu 2K, just challenging an AK long range. Smart.
To be fair, if you're Gambit,
This round doesn't
going
matter.
through the motions, yeah. It's like, well, we're up 12-5, we're alright. Don't worry about it. We get a rifle away. Nice. Very good. Stewie, you good? Stewie's alright. He's fine.
He needs to get some aggressions out.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little bit. He doesn't look frustrated at all, Risk. I don't know what you mean. That's how I play games. That's a nice shot from Dozier, though. Stewie probably not so happy now. But still, no gun recovered, but I'm wondering if they're going to get hold of that rifle. Yes, they did manage to reclaim it, so they do keep the AKs up as well. No harm, no foul. A little bit frustrating. You have to rebuy armor, I guess, and some utility, but it is what it is. That's fine. And now it's buy time coming in for Gambit as well. We're going to be looking at the fact of, you know, no warps coming through. Limited utility as well. So this could be a very tough round for Gambit. They are at 12-6 though. They've got rounds to play with. But you look at Cloud9, they've got that perfect purchase. You've got all those mollies. Oh, this could be a nice hit. Risky going for a bit of an all-in B hit at this point. Yeah. We've still got 2 players here for Gambit as well. They're playing 2 on B, so
they're taking mid
very
control
close
right
mid.
now.
Yeah, Adren's pushed up. I wonder if they've heard it, if they expect it, but they won't expect the quick flank. If they show that they're all here at B, this could be such a huge issue.
See, Zeus has to either take a very aggressive stance and hold an angle or rotate back towards the side. I think that's what he's doing now. That's some kind of idea, and with the grenades coming in now, surely they'll know it's the B push.
God. There's 3 players watching for this, but look at the absolute carpet bomb of mollies, burning them alive. Makes it so uncomfortable as Zeus still finds one, even though he's fully flashed. It's Stewie to forge his way through, but the quick flank comes in. Adren finds one here for himself. The eyeing up the second is big, and they're so on point. Stewie still has a chance, and I still think he can do something about this if he can get past that, but try and predicting Dozier swinging out with a UMP, not gonna happen. Gambit. What a play from those guys. Yeah. Timing on the push-up in middle. It was so well played and so frustrating for Cloud9 because you've got to feel that if they hadn't had that early read on the Gambit side, they didn't have that quick flank coming through, that was there. And Stewie, you could see him fighting tooth and nail for this. He so desperately wants this.
Definitely. Also, I have to give Cloud9 credit. That one round, the utility usage was very good. But then again, the firepower just comes in from Gambit. Talking about firepower, look at that. Skadoodle finally winning a duel against Nohin. That is one of the things they need to come back into this game. They need Skadoodle to win those AWP duels. But yeah, as I said, utility usage is very nice, but just get shot out at the bomb site by the sheer firepower of Gambit. But now, 5v4. Now on this T side, they can slow the pace down a bit, rotate around, make sure that they hit the side with 1 or 2 players, and then go for that.
You can see how Gambit respond. They are a man down, and obviously as a CT side, you generally try and want to get that frag back, but a lot of T sides know it, so they just kind of hit the brakes, chill out for a bit, see if anyone tries anything. We're just going to hold. But Gambit are very patient, it seems. They're not overly looking for it, but there you go. There's that main play. Always trying to find a way back into having a good situation for themselves. But with Cloud9 being so passive at this point, still 50 seconds left in a deep smoke. Now, obviously, Gambit don't get information from this, but Cloud9 also have to be careful playing back into it, of course. It does mean that they have to be very, very cautious.
One thing that I'm wondering is that they're completely not going B at all. Like, they're not even checking B, Cloud9. There could be a big flank coming in from one of the CTs right now. And, yeah, this is just going to be an A-take, but almost all of the CTs are going to be there. Not a good position from Dozier. But still, 2v5, though. Doesn't even seem to matter. Cloud9's going to take the round, surely. Here's the Dren.
Stewie should be able to get Hobbit. And, oh my god, Adren, no way! This is huge. Underhand nade goes out. He knows roughly where they're both. Oh! Stewie saves the day for Cloud9. By the skin of their teeth again. This is terrifying to watch. Even in those situations, Cloud9 should be locking out. You know, no problem. Like a 5v2, you're fine. It's not fine. Adren will not let you go quietly into the night. He'll drag you kicking and screaming if you want any of these rounds. And they don't even look fussed. They're just like, all right, it's fine. Eco time, no worries.
We're going to get the buy. Next one. You do a double eco, doesn't matter. Gambit, of course, with a 13-7 lead, that's kind of the mentality you would expect. Also a team that has that amount of self-confidence and finally finding themselves after vacation. It's to be expected, but Cloud9 are battling back. Every single round is a grind. And Mo, manages to pick up someone with that Stewie going down. The USB headshot.
But Cloud9 are doing what we said. They're on, not like a directive order, but you know, the fact that they do have to win these rounds quite decisively with, you know, everything, all the win conditions coming through. It's not like it's completely out of the realm of possibility they bring this back. It at least looks competitive now. That's the main thing. Even if you look back and you look at that scoreline, it'll look like, oh, it might have been a closer game, but you watch it in actual fact, it was a bit of a landslide for the first half. But Gambit, you had to fully settle in on this CT side. The money's not quite been there yet. It's been a little bit of a struggle for them to try and create this opportunity to go forward.
Let's have a look here. course. 3 players alive. 1 AK being saved by Mo, the 2 remaining players. We're looking for an exit frag, but Cloud9 surely gonna rotate everyone out of the same direction. Clearing it. It is cleared. And now they're rotating away, without giving up any weapons or any kills. And getting on 8 rounds now. Tightening in that lead.
Yeah.
5 rounds remaining. And we're tied up.
Yeah, once they get to double digits, I'll actually start believe we have a
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm just like, it's like, not yet.
I'm waiting for that buy round coming in.
Yeah.
And if Gambit just smacks that one home, and it's time now.
Still not even a perfect purchase.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering here, because surely when being up 13-8, you'll be saying...
Oh, hey, Body. What's up?
Body joined the server. Pushed to second.
I actually love that wallbang. Like, I know they're asking recently, well, the map dev was asking recently whether or not to keep it in, but I really like stuff like that. I love like little quirky plays.
Yeah.
They're so cool, like timing-based stuff. But yeah, for now, that all aside, my enjoyment of weird wallbangs aside. I am curious why Gambit have keep going for this kind of like half buys, right? Well, not even half buy, but you know, a lesser buy than ideal.
They could have waited 1 round, maybe have some 5-7s, play some close range smoke, stuff like that, and then in the next round they could have double op setup, everyone with utility, no need for UMPs.
Everywhere, yeah.
More than 1 kit.
Would be nice.
And they're up like 13-8. They have they can afford to give away the rounds. So hopefully that's not going to be the thing that bites them in the butt.
Lovely. Double smokes in mid. It's going to give them control. If they go for the late boost up and over, they can then play in towards events. I'm actually going to go for much, but it also limits the information that Gambit have, right? They're left guessing, and Dozier tries to find information and only finds the the pointy end of Stewie's gun, but Mo's still kicking towards A, and he knows the hit's coming in. The Molly's now laying down over the floor, and Mo can't do anything here. He can't escape it, but a nice shot down in towards middle, so that keeps this in the realm of possibility of a playback in from Gambit. If they're quite quick about this as well, they could maybe catch him off guard, but no. They get the bomb down, and now it's retake time.
Let's see, it's Zeus and Hobbit. No utility. Trying to retake with firepower alone, but I think at this point they're deciding on saving their weapons. And once again, I have to give credit for Cloud9. Their Molotov usage when going into sites have been on point so far.
Oh, the B hit was great, wasn't it, earlier?
So now they know, like, they can do great Molotov usage on both sides. Just catching people off guard all the time.
And this is the thing you expect from a team who plays cash on a regular basis, who has it in their map pool on quite a consistent factor, is that you have these go-tos. You don't have to just depend on your firepower delivering on every occasion. You do have these very nice ways of hitting sites. That B hit earlier was really what I liked. Even though they actually lost the round in the end, the way they completely covered the site, they made it so uncomfortable in no good positions. Stu was able to find 2 from that. Really, really nice approach. But the problem is now, they've kind of started to really push Gambit's buttons, right? Gambit takes a time out. Time to consider. Time to just mull over what we've got going on. How do we approach it now? All right, we've run out of that, just sheer hoping for the best. We need more.
Let's see here. Once again, we've been highlighting the coaches today. This is where the analytical feedback here from the Gambit coach comes in, and the players, and probably Zeus and Adren, talking it over and giving out orders to the rest of the team, making sure everyone is on the same page. So get it all lined up, and hopefully it's gonna make it into a round here for them. So 14, which would be edging in closer towards the win.
Yeah. Cloud9, just a good time for them to just reflect on things as well, keep themselves in the game, keep focused, just take stock of what they've achieved so far. This went from a horrible scoreline of a game, bit of a disaster on all, to somewhat of a good one. And now we're going to see what really the individuals from Gambit can do here as well, because they've been pushed their limits tactically on this map for a team that's just not known for their proficiency here.
Yeah.
And the Molotovs, the executes, it's very nice, it's very refined from Cloud9. We're seeing why this is a great pick for them. But still, there's so much potential here, and there's only a few more rounds to really grind out. That's the scary part. And
also the fact that Hobbit has been falling off, in my opinion, because he was on 16 to 17 frags when the half ended. He's only on 20 now. And yeah, that's in 7 rounds. Just a few frags from him. Definitely need some more from him. Right now, of course, since they saved the 2 weapons, they're going to buy some deagles and then not invest anything else in this round, and then have to buy next one. Still Hobbit and Zeus with weapons and armor as well. Can't count those up.
No. We'll see if they can maybe, if they find a couple of kills cleanly and get away with it. That'd be, that's the dream, right? That's what you hope for. But look at the positioning coming from Cloud9. You can see how passive they are in spawn. There's actually someone like right next to spawn, just sat by the truck. He could be on top of it, actually watching for a counter boost or something. But for now, Skadoodle patiently waiting by B. Just, you know, whoever blinks first loses at that point.
Yeah, and this is kind of like the setup after a pause is coming in, because both teams are aware of the fact that after a pause the other team will maybe go do something crazy just to mess up the pace.
Yep.
Both right now playing very, very patient. So we're surely going to see the execute that Cloud9 has planned. Also, they can of course also talk in this pause and this break. So they surely have something planned here. Some kind of T execute.
Oh, it looks like a bit of a fake
yeah,
thing
exactly.
out, isn't it? Look at this.
And it's working out perfectly.
Yep. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Even sold further by nothing, finding one. Does get doubled by Zeus. And Zeus might start wondering, going, no one else here, guys. This is awkward. Yeah, all right, back to where we go. And, well, I guess they've got 3 players alive now with rifles. That could be a good save for them if they want to go forward, if they want to try and keep them up.
I think it also comes down to if they can get the opening frag now in this duel here. Hobbit, obviously the guy they want to send into the duel. And if he can get something done, then they'll try. If they're not finding anything, if he's not finding anything, then they're probably going to rotate back.
No kits.
Yep.
Remember, so you know, the normal time frame is out of question. Now Skadoodle swings into action as well. It comes through on main. Yeah, it's time to back away, and they're already committed quite far to the side. Zeus is the one who's been able to keep the rifle to hand, so he's in pretty much safe distance. He hasn't really got any threats there. Dozier, if he can get a gun away from this one, he'd be so happy, but very unlikely. It's time to back away, and for Gambit, they do need to take a save, get that full buy going forward. Hopefully, maybe even look at a double orb if they have the money for it, if they want to. They need something, though, to stop this Cloud9 comeback and stem the bleed, as that scoreline is looking far, far closer. Go on.
Dozier won't be able to find anything,
No.
I think.
Nope. Wasn't able to pick up anything in the end there. Still sat on 6k, so they actually do have a really nice buy coming into this round, no matter what.
Yeah.
Mo does have an orb with armor finally. It's not just a glass cannon. All right, we finally get a nice buy. Not like a couple of UMPs, maybe one flash.
This is the
decent.
round.
Oh, don't do it, Skadoodle. Don't do it. He does it, it's okay.
Full setup from both teams. Or almost full setup. Mo already, of course, with that orb out of utility. The T side, of course, have everything they want. Color mollies on the CT side as well to block things off. But once again, there's only one smoke remaining on the CT side right now. This could be a problem.
They at least have players in the right place, I guess. Molly goes in. Dozier's going to be mollied out there pretty soon. Oh, Adren finds a beautiful angle, tries to spray and crouch his way back in, but it's Mo to keep things together at the seams. Bearing in mind, Dozier is under severe scrutiny as we speak. The smoke is still keeping them at bay. The rotates are coming in, and there we go. That's the shutdown. This is terrifying for Cloud9, and a moment of relief for Gambit as they finally get back into this. Finally, they know what they can do.
Really nice. That AWP coming in from CT spawn, staying alive on the back of quad, just taking the time off. And here we go. We didn't see this in the beginning, and here we just go. Mo just mowing people down with that orb. Taking one, taking the second. And also 2 high impact frags, because those are players who cannot get on the bomb side and secure that bomb plant.
14 to 10 now. They want to keep the money up though, Gambit. They've had to deal with what it's like to be in poverty at this point throughout this game. So they've got to be doing that. Now, Zeus.
Into the vent he goes.
Pushing forward, bit of a real strain towards middle, and actually this is a good shout. If he gets away with this, very nice. There's 3 players kind of initially tendering towards middle, then you had one by boost, one towards middle, and everything else could like kind of pinch around it. I'm not sure if they're going to go for it. It could be a late mid play. At the moment, we've got the double stack towards checkers as well from Gambit. They've got 2 players out there. It could be a support for Hobbit. I think it is. So if Hobbit, can't cleanly fall away, you've got the support through Benson. Here comes that mid pressure that I was talking about. This could be very, very interesting now.
You're going to use utility to take it as well, so this is definitely something that I want to do. Let's get a little with the orb. Just get ready. And this is where the Vents play. Oh, actually, he rotates away from Vents. Now holds on the back of sandbags. That's Zeus, of course, but Mo is just locking it down right now. Opening once again.
Where's Adren in this? Is he on the boost or is he pushed up towards main? I'm kind of curious in a second. But Automatic does find opportunities in mid, and yeah, he was just underneath by the boost, but goes very aggressive to try and find the kills here. But the molly still works out, and we're down to the last 2 orbs, split between the sites. Hobbit or Mo, pick your poison, Cloud9. And Mo has been a really sore stick point for Cloud9, finding it hard to handle him. A little bit of a boost here. Spots him. Mo now can make the call. Might need Hobbit to start working his way around. Doesn't want to commit just yet. They can always get around towards the vents. And the flash! I believe for a second it didn't land, though. Finds a different angle. Goes back in for more. That's a tag, though. Nothing now down to 22 HP. Mo is under pressure. He's going to, again, get away with murder. How is he still alive? And look at the time. It is ticking. And, the bomb goes loose. Oh, Mo is an animal. What a beast in the highest pressure situations. He will not relent. And that is the round to push Gambit to this situation.
Oh, what a round. And it's so hard for Cloud9 in that position to punish him for missing all those shots because he's all alone on that bomb site. He can use the entire bomb site to dance around. They still have to get towards him. Yep. And that's just movement and knowledge from Mo just winning him that round. So sometimes you don't even need to hit those AWP shots the first 3 if you can move away and reposition yourself constantly.
Oh, look what it's done to the money at Cloud9.
Yeah, it's wrecked. Brutal. Savage. Wrecked.
All right, Red Eye. Gambit.
Wow.
All right, Shroud. Sorry, I didn't say your name in a while, buddy, but, you know, calm down. Calm down. He's taking the Dren out. There's a chance.
There's always a chance.
There is always a chance. It's just, it's hard to watch at the moment as Gambit are just, you know, tearing into Cloud9. Shroud's still looking for another one. Please, just give me another frag. Let me get back in this game. Mo, though, not going to let go for a second. Stewie now gone. Your options are starting to look limited. Down to 4.
She's gone close range as well.
Look at this guy. Can that molly go away already? I want to get up close and personal. Now the push comes in. He's still surrounded, but look at him. How is he allowed to get away like this? 3 players, though, trying to break through, and they're actually working on it. Nothing finally bites back for Cloud9. There's been so little bite to their bark in seems like so long, but now we've got nothing, at least with an AWP here.
Oh, he wants
that M4 so bad, but you know the timing will never be on your side when you do this. This is the shot. Falls back in. Oh, they face together. Smart play from Cloud9. It's down to just Zeus in the 1v3. I don't know how much he can really do here. Get the AWP and get out. That's the smart plan. And silver lining to this Cloud9 right now. They're just holding on.
Whew. By the skin of their teeth.
Yep.
And, well, if they can continue this for another 4 rounds, then we'll have a game on our hands. But so far, Gambit on the brink of victory. And Zeus is allowed to save his AWP. This is a close one.
It really is. Oh, man. All right. How are we looking money-wise between these two as well? I want to see the purchases and how this is going. Yeah, I was kind of worried about Gambit's money. Because you know they love to buy, like, just that little bit too much. They always put them in a little bit of a situation going forward.
They haven't done it now, though.
They haven't, no. They've got a little bit of restraint. They've just chilled out a little bit.
Nice.
And Zeus having the AWP out of everyone on this team.
Yeah, that is a weird choice, in my opinion.
I know he's the one who kept it, but still, you give it out to 2 of the others who... Oh, God, what? Okay, don't do that, because Hobbit's fine with just a deagle. Yeah. He doesn't need any more. This is not the round you lose, Cloud9.
Oh, that would be heartbreaking if that happened. Let's see here. Stroud just constantly camping out by the door.
Zeus is actually in a really good spot for this as well.
And no one's in mid. It's all going to come from door and A main right now. And look at that. Gambit knows this.
And the things that they put, like, okay, Mo's playing towards middle right now. He's only got USPS, so he's kind of like he's just on a warning system, right? It doesn't really matter what he does unless he gets like severely pressured and overwhelmed, and then, you know, that's highway open and the threat begins. But they have every deadly player with possibility in the right place now. The only man they're missing really is Hobbit. But no, tell a lie. He's already over here. He was the B player, but they switched him up. Oh God, this could be everything. It all depends on this. And here we go. Hobbit gets destroyed by Stewie, and now Zeus is the line of defense, really, for Gambit. Unless they get complacent and run into those pistols. Oh my God, oh, nice ahead of the smoke. Oh no, Dren's found one as well. Stewie clings control of this. And now 2v2. 2 AWPs against 2 pistol players, Adren and Dozier. Adren swings out, he spots Skadoodle. He knows where he is, he falls, and it's devastating. But up above it's Stewie with everything to do. The ace to save Cloud9 here. Or it's a Gambit victory, and the tag. Oh my God. And the bomb. He's going for the plant. Oh my God, he went for the plant. And it's Dozier. Gets the job done for Gambit, and what a way to do it. That round of all things.
Stewie's so close. 4 kills.
How much more can he do?
Yeah. Oh, wow. What a game. Great result by Gambit. So close for Cloud9. Yet so far from the result they wanted.
It's just incredible to watch games like this. This is the power that comes with Gambit that people love to watch about them. The fact that they really can go into maps like this and somehow deliver a map that statistically doesn't sit with them. Individually, these guys are looking good this tournament. I was a little worried on the first day, if I'm honest. They didn't look quite like the Gambit that, you know, everyone started to become, you know, big fans of at that point. They're a little bit quieter, but today, that's a great game from them. I'm thoroughly impressed, but you've got to feel a heartbreak for Cloud9 as well. That first map was devastating.
Yes, definitely. We talked about it when it ended, and can they reset? They were close. They got somehow, and we saw small, like, sparks of it, small sparks of what we thought could be the comeback, but it never really got real, and it never really got going.
No, so guys, that was a bit of a heartbreak game for Cloud9, but a huge recovery from Gambit, winning on cash as well. Not exactly their home map, but what a way to make a statement on it. So guys, let's head down to the station from Parla, and the interviews got ready.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Guys, put your hands together for Gambit. That was a fantastic performance by them against Cloud9.
GG.
Cloud9 now out of the tournament. How does it feel to be putting them out? I mean, I know we all get on backstage, but when it comes down to the battlefield, it's all guns blazing.
It feels good to come back. We played bad yesterday, but today we played good, so it feels good, man.
Yeah, so tell us the story of yesterday. Why did it not go the way you planned?
We felt a little bit shaky returning to the tournaments because we got like 1 month for the holidays, so now we felt like shaky yesterday. We didn't get our game, but today we decided to show what we are.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you yesterday, if I had the chance to, which I didn't, was you guys are one of the DreamHack, you've won 2 DreamHacks now, roughly with this roster, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you didn't get the chance to defend your title from Austin yet, and now you're getting a chance to kind of like try and get another one here, and so surely you're feeling like you really have to have a great performance.
Too much pressure, man. Too much pressure.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel the pressure on you because you already have that title?
No, we don't feel the pressure because for us it's a like new tournament and we don't feel like we're defending our title. So.
Okay, all right. And so at this competition then, going forwards later today, you will be playing again. It's going to be Fnatic. What are your thoughts on those guys?
I'm so excited to play against them. We always showing bad against them, but we want to beat them on their home crowd, so we'll see.
Crowd, what do you think of that? Are you going to go with Gambit? Or are you going to go with Fnatic? Probably Fnatic, right? Guys? Have we got any Fnatic fans in the building? Surely. Yeah, there we go. I know they're there. They just need a bit of working up. Do you have anything to say to this crowd? Because you will be playing the hometown favourites later today.
I hope someone will gonna cheer for us. I don't know.
There we go. We do have some Gambit fans in the crowd as well. The crowd have been fantastic today. Of course, you've been putting out one of the teams that have a lot of fans here, Cloud9 as well. And so maybe right now you're not in the best books with the home crowd. But I will leave the final words with you regardless.
I hope we're going to do our best.
There we go. Thank you so much, Doran, for your time. Best of luck against Fnatic later today. Thank you guys as well. We got it. There we go. Nice. Awesome. All right, let's head back to the analyst desk. Alex, that was a pretty interesting game. 2-0 to Gambit. What happened?
It was a 2-0 to Gambit is what happened, Parla. Thank you very much. It's always good, jokes aside, to hear from Adrian just saying that they acknowledged that they were a bit slow out of the gates yesterday. As we kind of anticipate, we did not expect necessarily such a convincing win. Smirk on Halvor's face. He did predict Gambit, and you have done so throughout this tournament. This time it does come up trump 2-0 for them. Let's kind of reflect first upon our first map. Of course, best of 3 started on Train, which is where I think a lot of our expectation lay for, like, I mean, this could have very well been Cloud9 taking a big, somewhat of an upset, right? I mean, this is a map that you expect Gambit to be strong on, and Cloud9 came out on fire on all cylinders. That T side especially impressed you, Jacob.
Yeah, definitely. It felt a little bit lackluster though when they switched to the CT side. Like the T side, as you said, were great, and they felt like they were in the driver's seat throughout the first half, honestly. And CT side for some reason just didn't work out for them. They were up 11-8, I think, and CT being up 11-8 CT terrain, that's like you're close to winning the map right there. At least if you have a decent CT side, which Cloud9 normally has. So I was kind of surprised that Gambit actually were able to pull that back, and as convincingly as they were, it didn't really felt close on Train after the T side. Do
you still subscribe to the fact that Train T side is one of the more difficult in the map pool?
It used to be. I feel it's more open now. I feel the meta has changed. It's a lot more walk and peek Train right now. Like you can walk out of T main, you can walk out Ivy, you can walk out inner. There's a lot of like walk out positions where it's very tough for the CT guys to hold it alone. So you gotta have a great understanding of what to expect from the opponents, so you can like stack the sides correctly and play the correct setups. Because if you don't, then your CT side is gonna be rough.
And it certainly was. We did see Gambit going for those walks, and it was a walk to the path of success, Halvor. You expected this. What was delivered that was on your checklist?
Surprisingly enough, I said this, at the start of the tournament. If Gambit are going to have success, they're going to have, the same kind of performance from Adren, but they actually didn't. On train, he was actually very lackluster compared to what we've seen him do the last couple of months. Yeah. Instead, it's the other guys, Mo and Hobbit, and Suze actually, who's had a very good game versus CLG as well, stepping up to the plate. So not necessarily like all the boxes checked in that sense from what I expected to be required for a Gambit win, but nonetheless, they do it as a committee, which has kind of been the theme for them ever since they started breaking out on the scene, ever since they started to making it far into playoffs and so on. So in that sense, it was business as usual for Gambit, but you could definitely tell that there's a big difference from what we saw versus CLG yesterday and what we saw from Gambit today.
Yeah, and of course one of the players that's delivered not so much yesterday but today was Mo. We've got a couple of highlights of just what he was up to, and it's just another one of the players that doesn't often get the limelight, but when you do see it in action, if you just remove the nameplate, you realize you've got a very, very proficient player rocking that, well, I was going to say scoped weapon because it's pretty much the Scout and the AWP were his primary ports of call, and look at him mowing them down. Doesn't matter. Oh, mowing them down. I'm remembering that one.
Poet didn't even know it.
He's insane, Mo, and that's one of the players when Gambit came into his team and Zeus took over like the leadership of Gambit. Like, you didn't expect that much from them, but he was one of the players, of course, with Aitman, as we've been praising a lot. He was one of the players really stepping his game up. He involved, to me at least, from like an AWPer you can count on, which is decent, but to an AWPer like who can go up against the very best. Like he dominates Guardian, he dominates Kenny S in certain occasions, and when you have the ability to go that high, it's all about finding that consistency. And it feels like it's a ceiling, and it's a high ceiling for him. A ceiling I didn't think he had, which is promising for Gambit.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why he kind of fell out of the spotlight necessarily is because obviously when he came into the scene playing for Hellraisers, that was a bit of a different team where he had more of a standout position to, well, where he could kind of be shown upon as, the star player or the carry at times, whereas in Gambit, it seems like the roles are more diversified. Yeah, everybody kind of has to chip in, and that's what we're seeing. Yeah, exactly. And also the addition of Hobbit as well, just kind of running into the scene, guns blazing, and doing as many newcomers actually do here at DreamHack Opens, just kind of take everyone's breath away.
Have we clarified that Hobbit is now officially under contract with Gambit? Because I have no idea how that. Such a weird limbo. He was like
he's under contract with Tengri, but he's on loan to Gambit.
That's the word I was looking for.
But he's obviously you're not going back to that, right? Like, I have no idea if that has actually been worked out or not. But he's playing with them.
Whatever's happened.
Yeah, regardless, he's playing with them at the tournament. That's kind of what matters.
Yeah, he's playing fantastically. In fact, he was winning many duels throughout that second map. And in fact, talking of duels, Boomio, a service that does have exactly that. They call it the best way to warm up in CS. They're one of our sponsors here for the DreamHack ASTRO Open. You can go ahead and check it out. Just type in Boomio into your magical search box and you will find it. It enables you to basically just play situations you would find in Counter-Strike as opposed to getting shot in the back in Dust 2, as they like to put it oh so eloquently. And I'm no stranger to being shot in the back in Dust 2. Far too many times that has occurred, but not necessarily for the next teams. These guys are seasoned professionals. They'll be taken to the stage here in Jönköping in just a moment's time. We'll be taking a break though, and I think last closing thoughts on Cloud9's departure before we take that break, gents, is, well, for the first time, they bucked the trend. They actually won both pistols on a map. We had the stats guy come up.
First time that's happened. This, thanks to Ulf. Gotta give a shout out. Yeah.
But outside of that,
not really a whole
Shroud underperforming in the best of 3. Something to take away again. We haven't got those boys back to that retro form you were requesting, Jacob. You kind of, that was on your shopping list from Cloud9.
Yeah.
Is getting those boys back on the saddle.
Yeah. Overall, just I'd say a very disappointing tournament for Cloud9. I know yesterday was a best of 1. Like, they played fine against Fnatic. It was a close game. It felt close. It felt they had a chance today. Gambit, like Aitman even said it himself, like Gambit are not in a shape right now where they like believe themselves they can win this tournament. I don't think so. And still Cloud9 are not able to win despite winning all 4 pistol rounds.
And you did have 1 out of 3 because nothing did actually have a pretty good series.
Yeah, fantastic.
So it's just the inconsistency again is really what it comes down to with Cloud9, because again you get the great start on train, you fumble that away, and you get into like this awkward battle on cash as well. After winning pistols, you fumble away, lose the anti-eco, you bring it back one time, but then you lose the following force.
Yeah.
It's
and again,
a bit of a mess.
As we do tend to find ourselves on these desks, we could do a 3-hour podcast on the topic of consistency.
Yes.
But instead, as we do quite consistently here at DreamHack, we're going to take a quick break and remind you about one of the sponsors that makes this event possible. Not only are we sipping our fresh Monster, but we're also talking a little bit about an app that you can grab on your phone. There's plenty of them out there. This one, however, is from Strafe, and it's a fantastic way for you to stay up to date with your favorite personalities, players, and teams. And what's more specific is that you can choose a specific player and keep track of their stats, where they're going to be, see what they're doing, and it enables you to really just keep up to date with some of your favorites. Some of them could be on stage after the break. We get to see Mousesports back in action. We're going to see them versus SK of all teams. Chris J said they want revenge from Dallas. We'll see if they get it after the break.